Junkie Media would like to acknowledge the Gadigal people who for centuries have cared for and nurtured the Redfern area of Sydney, where we've recorded this podcast. It's an honour to work and create every day on unceded Gadigal land here in Redfern, the birthplace of the First Nations civil rights movement in Australia.
You know what? We're just girls. We just want to have fundamental rights and fun.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out this evening. Thankfully, we're in a very cozy space, which works for this weather, thank God. But tonight, we're here to celebrate the official launch of Little Things. My name is Jana. I'm the Marketing and Partnerships Director at Junkie Media and also Executive Producer of Little Things. And I have the great privilege this evening of introducing these two icons beside me. For those of you following along at home, which should be all of you, the concept of Little Things was coined by our Editor-in-Chief Alice Griffin and has existed in Punkee's ecosystem from the very beginning of Punkee's Part 2. It was born from a yearning for self-care content that felt more like a wholesome peek into someone's everyday life and less like a fuel for comparison, negative self-talk, and a fear of falling short, i.e. the hallmarks of toxic productivity and the girl boss era. Now that we're a few episodes in, I'm also realizing it comes from Alice's personal and very passionate rejection of the 5 to 9 before the 9 to 5. I'm so excited to be handing over to Alice now for a very special live edition of Little Things, which we will be recording, featuring Scarlett Hopper, the iconic romance author and owner of Romancing the Novel, which is where we are tonight. Thank you so much to Scarlett for having us in your incredible bookstore this evening, the only romance bookstore in all of Sydney. I feel we can already see so much of you in the space around us, but we can't wait to hear from you on all things self-care. And thank you to all of you for being with us tonight. Yay. And over to you guys.
Yay! Thank you guys. Scarlett, welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to start, and this is going to be kind of controversial, but do you have a favourite book in the bookstore beyond your own?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is it?
Oh my gosh, I was actually just talking to someone about this. It's Archer's Voice. It's so good. I know not everyone thinks that, but I think that. Most people think that. It's about a girl who moves to a small town and meets a lovely mute gentleman.
Okay.
It makes you have a lot more to think about.
Okay, all right. So I've got a lot of reading to do
You have
ahead
a
of
lot.
me, I feel. Obviously, your bookstore is called Romancing the Novel.
It is,
Romance is a big part of your life. Mm-hmm. Tell me how it started.
So I used to, this is like blasphemy, but I didn't used to like to read. My mum used to have to pay me like $20 a book. And I know, I used to take the money and make up like a fake synopsis because I was like, nah, I'm not about that life. And then literally just one day when I was 14, I picked up, I think it was like the Hunger Games. And I just like couldn't put it down. And then it like was a gateway drug to like romance, which is like the Mortal Instruments is like the OG like romantasy. And then honestly, I just kept reading, and I'm 29 now, so that was a while ago. But I became obsessed. I started writing it. It was all I thought about. It was all I wanted to do. I'm like, what little girl like doesn't want like a bookstore, bakery, flower shop? And as an adult, I was like, okay, I probably am not a florist. I am a baker, but the most realistic is a bookstore. But even then I was like, not realistic. Like people like books are a dying breed. They're not. But then I honestly just woke up one morning and I was like, fuck it, I'm doing it. Like I'm a big gut truster. If my gut says do something, I'm doing it.
What is it that you love about romance specifically and romance novels? Like when you read The Hunger Games?
I mean, that was like even just like a tiny taste.
Yeah.
Because like I was
Obviously,
like such like I was a Peter boy. I was like, oh my God, he's like such a sweet little like baker. Like he wants to look out for her.
He threw her bread.
He threw her bread. Yeah,
okay,
he
good.
threw her like this burnt bread, and I was like, oh, he loves her. And I like hated Gail.
Yeah,
I was like,
fair. Me too.
Like the worst. I like the escapism.
Yeah.
I like to read something that I know I'm going to get a happy ending, because a romance novel has to have a happy ending. Otherwise, it's a love story. I don't like love stories. No offense to people who do. But like the world's shitty enough. I don't want to read a book and then like break my own heart and feeling like crap. I was like, I know I'm going to get a happy ending. I know it's like a decent partner. Like, you know, like I know they're going to be amazing. Maybe not all the time, but like I'm going to like them. I'm going to want them to be together.
Yeah.
Whereas like you don't always get that in reality. And so I was like, at least I've got a guaranteed bit of joy from this.
Does it kind of like ruin your potential future relationships?
I mean, probably if I dated.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly like dating who?
Yeah.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm like so lazy that in that sense, I'm like, they'll just walk in the door and I'll be like, cool. Like, this is it. Let's just get married.
But will they ever live up to like your book boyfriends?
Yeah, I think they will because like I can separate that. But I'm also a bit of a hard ass. So like they can live up to me, then yeah, maybe they are a book boyfriend. Who the hell knows?
What I love about romance novels and the romance genre is how much it does allow women to like explore their identity, and also just like, I guess, everyone who's not a straight male, I guess. I mean, there's space for them too, but it's not about them. And you know,
This isn't about them.
this space is definitely not about
As I
them.
say, the world is for them.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Yeah. But what I love about it is the ability for women to explore like their sexuality in a safe way as well. Like there's kind of two sides. There's like the book boyfriend side, which is like, you know, ruining us for future relationships in terms of our expectations.
Yeah.
But then also like exploring the spicier side.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's like one of my favorite things is like people coming in, and I get a lot of regulars now, and I can like slowly, we're like progressing to like more chili. We
more
call it
smart?
like a chili pepper scale. Like, is it 1 to 5 chili peppers on the book? I'm like, if it's 1, like maybe there are some kisses, and like 5 is like all out. Like we have a book called Kiss of the Basilisk. It's actually the girls that know it. It's currently sold out, but I haven't read it, but I've heard that he's like a snake. And I've been told by multiple sources it is 5 chili peppers, but it's our bestseller. It's fully sold out. So what does that say? The girlies want the spice.
And now there's space for the girlies to actually have the spice in printed books, not just in like fanfic.
Hell yes. And also we don't have to hide our Kindles.
Yeah.
Like, you know, before it'd be like, can't show you like what I'm reading. I'm like, fair enough. Like, we've all been there. But now it's like, I'm going to show you what I'm reading. Just don't read it over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, you can look at my cover, but don't read the scenes.
I mean, Eras Tour, I have to bring it back for the Taylor Swift girlies in the room.
Yeah.
But I think women's interests have obviously been overlooked for so long. But capitalism proves like there's a lot of money. And this store kind of proves that too. If you don't take women's interests seriously
100%.
in business, you're missing out.
Well, romance is the highest selling genre of fiction. And it has been for years. It's not your like true crime novels, boys, which like they're great too. But, like, I feel like so many people shit on romance. They're like, oh, no one reads that. Well, we do. Like, the money shows we do. So, how about them apples?
You are the first romance bookstore in Sydney. What was that process like? And were you scared people would actually show up and, like, put their money where their mouth is and support something like this?
It was a very whirlwind process. Like, I'd always wanted to do it, but I think I just thought I never would. So I didn't give it a lot of like merit. But once I started and decided I was going to do it, within 6 months we were open. So I was like, the first obstacle was the real estate agent. I told him what I wanted it to be, and he was like, okay. Like, he definitely thought it was a joke. And I was like, no, like, I know what I'm talking about. Talk to me. Don't talk to... I brought my sister with me. She's a lawyer. And I was like, we mean business. And even then he was like, okay. But like the first part of like the hurdle was this guy just thought it was a total joke. It wouldn't work. You know, in a year I'd be like calling him to break the lease, which we passed a year of the lease months ago. And like, we've never had an issue. So that was like the first issue with that. And then like the second issue, which was the biggest issue, was just like self-doubt that no one's going to come.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I knew romance readers do come. I know they always show up, but it was more of a personal thing, like not believing that I could do it. But even then, I never did have a moment of like regret because I am so big on trusting my gut. I knew if I didn't do it, it would be like a lifetime of regret of, well, you know, you had that dream, you didn't do it, someone else did it and they killed it. But even if I did it and it didn't work, I tried it. You know, and I know it's a privilege to be able to even be able to try something and have it fail. But I was willing to take the chance.
Talk to me about opening day.
Oh my gosh, opening day. It was me in the store with Natasha, who works with me. She's amazing. I had met her 2 weeks prior at a job interview. She was number 14. I was like in no position to be interviewing people.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what I was talking about.
Didn't you tell me you were like, I can't, how do you buy books?
Yeah.
Like, where do you actually
I
get books to put in?
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, like at that point I knew, thank God. Otherwise we
had
would have been
books
like
in here,
really
yeah.
there. But like I was on Struggle Street. I was like Googling,
Yeah.
how do I buy books as a bookstore? And it's actually surprisingly hard to find that information out.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did, but once you figure one thing out, it kind of all falls into
Yeah.
place. But we were just standing in here and I'd gotten like all these personalized cupcakes. And I just remember telling myself, I was like, if I sell 6 things today, like that's a great day. I was like, my goal is 6 sales. And, you know, we're standing in there and like it opened at 10. And I just remember we went to open the door and I looked to the left and there was a line up the road. And I was like, oh my Jesus Christ, like this is something. This might work. Not it will work, but I was like, it might work. And it was, you couldn't move. I mean, a few people here tonight, Rebel was, and she stood in line for 2 hours to get a Jane Austen box set. She didn't need it, but like people were just supporting. And then just like so many strangers like that I had never met, but they came out, they waited in line. It was amazing.
What would you say to the doubters, to the people who were like, to the guy who said to you, don't open?
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I honestly, at this point, I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I get so many people that I used to be like I'm an anxious queen, but like I used to be like super anxious about like everything. And now it's like just certain things get my anxiety. But honestly, like if you're gonna like mock or ridicule something that not even that's financially successful, but things that bring people joy, fuck off. Like, can I say that?
Yes,
I've
you
said
can.
it 16
no,
times.
you 100% can.
Or bugger off, whatever's better. Just go away. I've got no time for you. I'm not even going to give you a full sentence.
So fair. What about the term chick lit? How do you feel? Like, obviously, such a contentious term. One of my favorite authors, throwback, Marianne Keyes.
Yep, we've got a bit of her.
Oh, love. What do you have, actually?
We have a box set back there
Oh,
somewhere.
lovely. Okay, I'll check that out after.
I'll tell you the name. There's so many fucking books.
There's so many.
I'm
There's
like,
like
which
20.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, and in here loads.
Very
but
popular.
What? So she said that chick lit is a slur. I wonder how you feel about that, whether you feel there's a place to like reclaim the term chick lit.
Yeah.
Or whether we think we should just throw that out and fuck that.
To be so honest, I've never used the term.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a conscious thing of should I or shouldn't I. I just don't think I've ever loved it. Like it wasn't something that I'm like, oh, that's great. Let's use that. I don't think it resonates with me. I don't think we need to reclaim it because we've always been proud of like what we're reading and what we're loving. So why do we have to even why do we have to dignify it with a response?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know. I don't love that word. I know some people use it. They're like, I love to read chick lit. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Like, I don't think any person who reads it and uses the term means it in a negative way. But I do see how to like authors and people like maybe who own a bookstore like me or whatnot or work in the industry can find it like, it just feels a bit like, it just kind of takes away like the importance of it.
Yeah, it makes it like a fun, silly little thing.
Like it's not that, it's like, oh, it's not that deep.
Not a good little thing.
Yeah.
Bad
I'm
little
like,
thing.
it's a great big thing.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly.
And
Yes.
to all of these people.
Yes, and I think also it's just like what makes it silly is the fact that it's female authors. Why is that silly?
Well, exactly,
Yeah.
right? Like, it's not taken seriously. Chick lit isn't taken seriously.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, no, not for me.
Yeah. But now you're sitting on something that's so successful by way of actually taking female interests and non-straight male interests seriously.
All the way.
Yeah.
We love
Oh my
it.
gosh, we love it. So I ask everyone who comes on this podcast some words to live by. And you, when we spoke on the phone, you kind of faltered and didn't actually give me one. But then when I was looking, and you were like, I'll come back to you. And I was like, okay. But when I was looking through our chat, I was like, you said so many words to live by. So I'm going to tell you.
Give me some.
What your words to live by
half the
actually
time I don't know
are.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll tell you if I agree with me.
Okay, yes. Do you agree?
Okay.
And from our chat 2 weeks ago, like
Imagine
on
I'm like,
this
no.
date. Yeah, exactly. If you feel like you know what you're talking about, speak up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I really believe that. I feel like growing up, people are like, oh, don't like say this, especially as a woman. It's like you don't want to come across as a know-it-all or like, no, I if I know it, I know it. And I'll fucking say it. Like, be confident. It's confidence. It's not being a know-it-all. Like, you don't, men aren't called know-it-alls. I mean, some are, but, you know, not more than women.
Because you were telling me you used to be quite introverted and quiet. And in starting this store, it's gotten you to really, like, you forced yourself to kind of, like, be really confident in your passions and what you're looking to achieve with this. And also just go all in and be like, how do I find books? I'll look that up and I'll do it.
You don't have a choice. You've got to talk on the phone all the time.
Yes.
Which, like, oh, my God, that was, like, my worst nightmare going into it. I, like, hate talking on the phone. Now I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, I'll call you. And then people are like, oh. But I have to, because I'm the youngest of 4 girls. And it was like always a running joke in my family that like when we would go out, I couldn't even go to the bathroom alone. Like if we were at a restaurant, I'd be like, can someone come with me? And like even up till, okay, I didn't feel this way, but they were laughing at it last week being like, even until last year, like you couldn't go to the bathroom alone. I was like, okay, I definitely could, but I get the message we're sending is like, I didn't want to do things by myself.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you got to do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
Which is great. But I also, with that being said, have met so many people that want to do it with me. But like, you do have to talk on the phone.
Talk about the people who want to do it with you. So obviously like this place that we're all in, hosts a lot of really cool events. And you have a lot of like, you were saying to me, you just like obviously love to yap. You're a key yapper for sure. And then a lot of other people meet here as well. So that's the other tricky part about you trying to separate your self-care and your work self and your personal
Sometimes
self, whatever.
I overly yap and then when I get home,
well,
I'm
you're
like,
here for fun. You're here for fun on like different nights.
I am.
Right now.
I'll come in on my day off.
Yeah.
It's party at RTN. I'm just kidding. But like, no, I do. Luckily, I've met like the most amazing people. Some of them are here tonight. Genuinely just through the store. And we can yap for days. And they'll come in. There's like a real icon in here. Her name is Meza. And she will just come in on her day off and like, she's like,
she's here.
She's like, I'm going to rearrange the shelves. And I'm like, what? She's like, I want to. I'm like, you don't have to do that. She's like, no, I got to
You're like, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, literally. No, she tells me because I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But like, just like people you meet along the way that like, you didn't know you needed them. And it's not even for things like that. That's just like a funny little ha-ha thing. But like, even just like sitting down and having like a great chat or hanging on the weekend, just all those small things that are actually big things. But yeah, they've really like changed my world, but in the best way possible.
Like, how would you sell romance and romance novels to someone who's never started or really gotten into them?
Ooh.
Why is it important? Why does it matter? Why will it change your life?
I think that one of 2 reasons. It'll either give you like the best escapism. Like if life is tough right now and it's a bit too heavy, you want to escape into an amazing, like adorable small town cowboy novel or a sexy fantasy. Or if you want someone who can relate to you, it also is that other end. Because I get both. You know, I get people who are saying, I'm going through this really hard time and I want to pretend it's not happening. Or, you know, life's been giving me X, Y, Z and I kind of want someone who I feel like can relate to it. And maybe they're reading that book and they're like, oh my gosh, like this is me. I see myself in this character. So I think romance opens up an absolute universe of, you know, shared experiences or new experiences. And plus it's also sexy. And it's fun. It doesn't have to be sexy actually, but it's
doesn't have to be
heartwarming.
sexy. I feel like it does.
No, like a lot of romance doesn't have any chili peppers.
Right, okay.
Some of my favorite is like young adult.
Yeah.
Which you're probably not getting spice in a young adult novel. But like it just like the yearning or like even like their hands like briefly touch are like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
Well, that's kind of sexy though.
I'm like, like I can't function, but or just like holding hands. Like it's just so good that it's like it's too much, but like in the best way. Like you can't stop. It just makes you feel good.
You only get that through reading as well.
100%.
Like you cannot really like show that in any other medium.
I agree.
Way.
Like you're reading a book and like it's like that scene and like it's just like, oh my God, I've waited 5 books for them to like hug. There is no feeling like it, and I think all the book people will agree. Like, oh my goodness, don't even get me started.
What about your books?
Yes.
What
Are
you
about
allowed?
them?
Because you know how when people are like, oh, I can't pick a favorite. I can't have a favorite child. Do you have a favorite child? And if
Of
so,
my books?
yeah. And which one?
I do. My favorite book is Saint Street. It's about an American girl who moves to New York, Notting Hill, favorite place. She falls in love with a bartender, and yeah, it's a lot about found family. Like really strong female friendships matter a lot to me because my friends are like my fam. I have the best family in the world, but I'm like just as lucky that my friends match that energy. Like I get that from both sides. So when I write, I want my like main character to have an amazing love interest, but also phenomenal friends. And I feel like I tapped into that like pretty well in that book. And so it's my baby.
Where is it in the store?
Oh my God, this is so awkward. We're sold out.
Oh,
I like didn't restock it. I'm very bad at self promo.
gosh.
I know, but it's sequels here. Both of those ones.
Okay, amazing. So can you start on like number 2 or 3?
You can. You should start on book 1. Is that the wrong thing to say when I just typed a book that isn't here? Maybe. You can start on book 2.
Well, people can order online. The people
You can order online, you guys.
Okay, what's your little thing?
Ooh, okay. My little thing is iced drinks.
Okay.
I know. Weird, right?
Tell me more.
I like to start my morning with an iced latte. And then at midday, I like my iced Coke Zero. And then I like my iced cocktail at 6 p.m.
Ice feels
I'm dead
very...
serious.
Yeah. What cocktail?
Maybe a gin and tonic.
Lovely.
A bit of lime.
Lovely.
Tommy's margarita if I'm feeling fancy.
I feel like I need to learn about how to romanticize my little drinks.
You need
sure.
to. It makes a big difference.
Ice feels fucking really important.
Would you do like an iced latte in a cold day, or is that too rogue?
I do.
You could really do it as a hot drink.
Yes. So I have ideally green juice,
Okay.
smoothie, which
make it
everyone
yourself?
will know. No, I'm really bad. I actually buy a smoothie most days. Really,
That's
really
fine.
bad.
I
know,
buy
it's
my
so
iced
expensive,
latte and
it's
I have a
bad.
coffee maker.
No, but then I also buy coffee.
That's fine. You
So-
know what? We're just girls.
We're just trying to have fun. I know this is not where I
We
want
just
to
want
save
to
my
have
budget.
fundamental rights and fun. So
Yeah.
like, I think it's fine to buy our coffee. Just like
Aw.
pretend you're in a rom-com and you're gonna. I mean, I don't know if you're taken.
What? Oh yeah. Well,
Are you
he's
taken?
not here, so maybe I'm not taken anymore.
Honestly, this could be the start of a lovely
I
rom-com.
know. Well, actually, and my like ideals might change if I read too many of your books.
Honestly, get
I'm just
ready.
kidding, guys. It's all good.
I know. I don't think you.
My sister's like, no,
Let's
shut
do
up.
it.
Yeah.
Let's change your life.
Oh, well, thank you so much for chatting with me and for having us here.
Always.
Guys, that's the end of Little Things, but go enjoy, go upstairs, do some zine making, and thanks all for coming.
Thanks, you guys.
This episode of Little Things was executive produced by Alice Griffin, that's me, and Jana Anderson, and produced by Natasha Lau.